Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria. Thank you so much for checking my channel out. I'm so excited to be back and actually filming on my camera because it's been a hot minute because I kind of lost it and I was really upset about it, but I found it last night and I charged the battery and here we are, and I'm so excited because I love talking to you guys, and I'm so excited for today's video because I'm going to be talking about my senior experience, and it's just so crazy. Like, I can't even rationally think about it because I used to be so embarrassed, and now I'm just like here, like I'm graduating in like a month, like what the heck. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. A lot of people don't know this story because I used to be so embarrassed about it. I had no clue what the heck I was doing with my life last year, and it just honestly, it sucked not graduating last year, like, to be completely real with you guys, because that's what I love to do on this channel, is to be completely honest with you and honest with myself, because that's really important, especially when I go back and look at these videos. And it was really hard not being the class of 2018. I filmed a video that I thought I was going to post on this channel. I was on the graduation night when I was supposed to be graduating with the class that I thought I was going to be graduating with. And apparently that wasn't the case. And I think that what ties into this whole video, and the point that I'm going to be making throughout this whole video, is the fact that you do not need a step outline, gorgeous plan that every day you know what you're doing with your life, because God has such crazy timing and He has such an amazing plan for your life, and you cannot be sitting here like planning, you know, every detail without making sure it lines up with what His will for your life is. And honestly, I mean, you know, most of the time, I mean, we're going through school, we expect to graduate like normal, but then when something tragic happens, we're like, what the heck? Like, and you don't think it's going to be as hard as it actually is, and that was my situation. And so I'm here to talk about it, and I'm going to be honest with you, because I know after I've gone through this whole experience, I know how many people have been in the same exact position I'm in, or, you know, something similar, or some people are going through the same thing and they just feel exactly how I have felt. And I want to share with you that it's okay. You're not alone, and we all have different stories to tell, and that's what makes us us. So where I want to begin with this story is what I'm basically probably going to be titling this video is my senior experience in a nutshell. I'm not going to include the in a nutshell part, but this is my story. This is me graduating as the class of 2019 and not the class of 2018. And I'm probably going to link a blog post that I wrote about the experience in both ways. I think I had wrote one about I was supposed to be the class of 2018, and I think that was my first real legit like honesty, and I had posted it on Facebook, and it was the hardest thing that I had ever like posted, like, because it was so embarrassing, because I wasn't lying to people, but I kept saying, oh yeah, I'm going to graduate and all this stuff, but it wasn't the same because I was homeschooled. It didn't feel like I was really graduating because all my friends, they were graduating in 2018 and I thought I was going to, and I'm just sitting here as the days got closer, I was like, I'm not graduating. Like, it just became more of a reality, and it really haunted me for a really long time, but it also was like I felt like a failure, and I felt like I failed God, and I failed my parents, and I failed so, like, I didn't think it was, like, you know, I was this close to getting my diploma, and I didn't think it could just be tossed into a trash can like that. And so I really didn't think it was going to be hard at first, because in 2017, I was like, I believe that's 2017, yeah, that was my junior year. I was like, I wasn't expecting to not come back to the school that I had been my whole life, but it's just how God played it out. And what had really started the reason why I didn't want to go back to the school was because I had grew up at this private school like my whole life, and it just became really toxic for me. My high school experience was horrible. People were horrible to me. They, like, the experiences that I had with my mental illnesses and my panic attacks and everything, there were so many people who thought that they were fake. They thought I was just trying to get attention and all these different things. And that's really sparked a lot of my issues, and I kept thinking that I was the problem and that I was messed up and all these horrible negative things that are not true, and it just made my whole high school experience suck like really bad. And I just felt like, you know, I didn't belong at the school, and this was early on, like freshman and sophomore year. I didn't want to be there, and it just kept, like, I kept asking my parents, can I just go somewhere else? But I was just like, okay, I guess, you know, I guess I'll stay here. And I didn't want to, but it was like, I can get through this. And I loved playing sports and everything, and changing schools, especially in the middle of high school, was really rough, especially because I'd been here I'd been at that school my whole life. So fast forward until a lot of stuff had happened with my family, because my family had worked at the school and everything, and so that was really toxic and tense, and the school had made a decision towards one of my family members that really destroyed me, and it hurt me, and I couldn't deal with how they were treating us, especially for how long we had been there. And so I just kind of said, I'm done. Like, that was it. I was like, I cannot be here, and I cannot keep, like, this is going to change so much of my life. And I had to make a statement, and I had to just leave. And I don't know how much of a, quote, statement it was, but I knew that getting out of that toxic situation was going to be beneficial to me, and I knew that I was going to be okay, and somehow God was going to get this figured out. So I essentially decided, hey, I'll just do homeschooling. It's okay. And it sucked because I was giving up my senior year, and I didn't want them to take that away, but I didn't have any choice, because I just didn't feel safe at that school, and I didn't feel like I belonged, and it was toxic. Let's just sum it up like that. So after I decided, hey, I'm just gonna be homeschooled, I found out that I could play sports for another Christian school, and I was so thankful for that. I wanted to play volleyball, but I wasn't able to because I had a conflict with my pageantry, which I think, you know, honestly, it's all fine and stuff. I really wish that I could have played volleyball, but I'm happy that I at least got to play basketball, because that was the best basketball experience I had ever had in my life, and I'm so thankful. And we got second at state. Like, that was the coolest thing ever. And I was so proud of that. Everyone was like, why are you screaming that we got second? And I was like, because it's still freaking cool. Did you do that in the past years? No. Like, be excited for the little things. Okay, that's a whole nother side story, but it's just, I don't know, I find happiness in little things that a lot of people wouldn't find happiness in. And so basically, fast forward to last summer, I was like, well, I could just get my GED so I could go to college in the fall, but then I was like, because I had wanted to go to my college, but I was like, this is all happening too fast, and I got really upset because I was supposed to be moving in last year at my college, and it all was just a horrible mess, and I felt so upset, and I was like, why is my life not going how I want it to? And then I realized, oh, God has this figured out. Victoria, you need to calm down, and you need to let him deal with it. And so I found out that this school that is literally 2 minutes from my house that I had kind of thought about going to, I think my parents had looked into it or something, it's a charter school. And I really had no clue what it was about and everything. And it was really exciting to me because they had said, yeah, we're going to have a graduating class this next year. It's going to be the first one. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Like, this is perfect. Like, God, is this what you want me to do? And honestly, at first I was like, I didn't want to be there from 7:55 in the morning to 2:15, because I was used to, you know, getting out, because I was used to going to school at like 8:30 and getting done around 3 something, but sports and just all that stuff. But I still was just like, I don't know, like because after this whole year I hadn't really been getting up that early, so that was really hard to, you know, make that decision of, you're gonna have to get up early, Victoria. But essentially, I did it, and I'm so excited to say that I'm going to be graduating from this amazing school. Like, I'm so happy I'm going to have a diploma on my wall from that school, because I love this school so much, and just everything it has done for me, and the people that I've met at that school have been the most encouraging and the sweetest. Like, I've met, like, my best friend there, and we literally live, like, she lives behind me. Like, it's crazy. Like, what? We found that out, and it was the coolest thing ever. But regardless, I got college credit from this school, so I'm not exactly really behind for my, like, all my bachelor's, but regardless of that, the point I'm making in this video is it's okay to not graduate on time, because this goes exactly into bachelor's degrees. A lot of people, statistics show that a lot of people do not graduate in the 4 years or whatever. It takes them longer to get a bachelor's, and that's what I'm saying is it's okay. You don't have to graduate high school on time. You don't have to get the certain job in a certain time frame. What I'm telling you is that you can literally do whatever the heck you want in a certain amount of time frame, but it does not have to be, oh, I have to do this in like 6 months, or I have to do this in 2 months. You can do it on your own time. Once you accomplish that thing, no matter how long it took you, you get to say that you did it. You didn't give up, you didn't give in. And yeah, it maybe took longer than other people did to get their bachelor's in like 3 years or whatever the heck it is. But what I'm saying here it's okay that I have finally come to terms that it's okay that I'm not the class of 2018. I didn't just get my GED. Like, yeah, it's cool. It's awesome if you do. I understand that. But I'm going to be so excited to see that freaking diploma on my wall. And I'm happy that it's not going to be in the other school's name. Like, I'm not trying to totally bash the school, but I'm really happy that I'm getting it in this name and everything, and I just feel so accomplished and so proud of myself. So that's why I'm sitting here making this video, because I'm saying you can get through it. Because these past 2 semesters, going back to school, have been the hardest in my life. Like, last semester, like 2 weeks before the cut of the first semester, I almost did, like, I literally failed. Like, I almost failed 3 classes, and I almost gave up, but I was like, no, I'm a fighter. I can do this. And my friend encouraged me. She helped me. She made me a list. We got it done, and I passed, and I'm so thankful, and I'm just so excited to share this with you guys, because it is such a crazy experience, and it makes me so happy to be able to sit down and film this and tell you that whatever you set your mind to, you can do it. And it just seems like it just doesn't even seem like this is real. It doesn't seem like I'm actually able to sit here and tell you, hey, I'm fixing to have a diploma, and I have college credit, and I made it. But I did, because I set my mind to it, and I gave it to God, and I stopped letting the, oh, you're 19 and you just graduated, because I was so upset about that. And it's so weird when I go into town and stuff, or people ask me and stuff. It was so weird to accept it first, because I'm like, I would just sit there and try to explain my story, like, well, yeah, I'm not supposed to be a senior this year and all this stuff. But then I just accepted it, and I was like, yeah, I'm a senior. I might be a super senior, but they don't need to know that. I accepted that this is my journey, and this is part of my story, and I get to encourage and help so many people with it, because I know so many people struggle with the same thing that I have struggled with. Because, I mean, I'm pretty good academically, it's just this whole experience really took a toll, and everyone, said that the school was way harder and all this stuff than I had ever, experienced. And that's what also makes me feel like it's a huge accomplishment. I really hope that this was an encouraging video for you, and I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to talk to you guys in my next video. I love you, and be happy.